Hello, boys, babes, and all of you beans in between. Welcome back. We have put some roofs on these things. Let's show you what they look like. It honestly is coming together quite nicely. I think it is quite well. And I think Professor also agrees with me on that standpoint. But let's see if I can manage this landing without absolutely failing. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, we did it. Haha. Perfect. And so we have Jersey Devil building, which I feel like could use some extra textures and layering out here, but I've thrown in some windows. They're not decorated, but they will get some sort of either like top shutter or side shutters for all of these windows. In addition to the roof looks super cute. It's a very much mix of modern, but also not fully modern style. The old slants. I think it looks quite nice. The windows make it feel much more open, much more spacious, and honestly, I think it came together quite well. Overall, it makes me quite happy to see how it's come out. The Mothman cabin has a couple little things that I have added into it that are looking quite snazzy. I did this in particular just to make it feel like it had a more textured support system for the second floor, since the rest of these don't really have a fully floating second floor. And then we have this space up here where I will be putting some bunk beds in addition to takeoff platform. It clicks because spawn proofing. I need to do it to that roof too, just so we don't end up with any lovely evil creepers up here and falling on our heads, because that'd be awful. And then last but not least, the Bigfoot cabin. It is plain simple to the point. The roof was kind of wacky trying to figure out how to do it, but I think it came out quite well. Gives us plenty of room. I gotta figure out how I'm going to do windows in here, but we're gonna figure out the bunk beds first. Problem is, I realized I have like no wool, like none. So we're gonna have to go like hold that guy hostage and dye him and shear him a bunch. We might make an automated system, but before I can do any of that stuff, I absolutely love how this came out. I just need to come over to this lovely building. Nope, I'm not flying. Oh, goodness gracious. And we need to figure out what the basement's going to look like, in addition to adding a couple extra windows to this thing. But, if you recall correctly, I said I wanted to put a fun basement kind of place down here that the vampires actually lived in. So, we are going to tear out some more of this space. Excuse my inventory. I did just finish building those roofs. And we are going to make this into a nice, open, and functional space that is easily accessible and functional for the vampires. I'm going to need to get a little bit more of this material so that we can do like the roof out of it, so it looks like this foundation is the ceiling, and then we will do some texturing and designing in here. But I gotta get that area cleared out for that to happen, so I'm going to get to work on that. Say hello to our camp counselor. Hey buddy! I don't think he likes us, but I think overall it's cool. I am going to come back and add some more texture stuff. I kind of want to use barrels, goodness, it's loud, and use them for texturing on the walls. We will absolutely play with that and mess with that, because I have the supplies for that. But we're going to do that once we get this cleared out. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the camp counselor's still mad at us. Not sure what his deal is, but you know, we have now cleared out this smaller space down here. It's not big. It's not meant to be big. It's going to be small. We're going to play with the fact that the portal is just above this, so we're going to absolutely make it look like the infection is creeping from here, and they just so happen to have the portal up there. We might actually move it down here, but I'm not confident about that quite yet. But I do love what I did right here. It does feel spooky-ish. We will definitely keep playing with that. We're definitely going to have to come back and grab some more stone bricks so that we can make this floor a nice stone brick, and we're going to work more nether brick and red nether brick into the walls with nice spruce. It's just a very nice tone together, and then we're going to absolutely keep playing with this to make it look really, really cool. I'm going to keep working on designing it, play with some more stuff. If I find something that works phenomenally like I'm looking for, I will show it to you guys as soon as it's done. And so, my tall, lanky friend, that is why I've been building this house. But that's beyond the point. So, I think, oh gosh, he's mad at me. I think I talked too long. But I've been working on this. Check it out. It's not great. It's not done. Like, I still gotta finish the roof and stuff. But we worked our portal in here instead of outside, which I think is quite a nice layout for it. And we have worked out this really cool, like, broken spot, so it looks like the portal's leaking into the world. And we started a spot down here for the councilors or the vampires to have a place to sleep at night. We're going to set up some sort of like coffin-like stand-in down here, so it looks really cool. But I think this has come along quite nicely. I'm going to do the finishing touches on here, fix the roof, fix the floors, figure out what I'm going to stick here. I'm thinking some sort of like altar kind of thing or like storage. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I love this. I love the glass effect. If you've never played with the glass effect, it's super, super fun. You layer glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, and some sort of light source down below. But I think it's coming out quite nicely. I have a couple things that I'm looking at. Like I pulled in some basalt and blackstone down here. But I kind of want to make sure this is working out well. The problem is, even though it is an odd position, it's kind of hard to justify this kind of thing going up the center because it doesn't really look like it's supporting. So I think I'm going to have to come back in with some sort of fences to make it look like it's actually supporting the stairs, but I like it. I think it looks cool. Overall, the house is coming along nicely. I'm working some of the stone in here, so like it's clear there's something down here, but I'm going to have to come back in with some sort of, maybe we come in with spruce fence or stairs. Whoa! With spruce stairs there to make it look like it isn't so floating. That was mildly terrifying. I'm glad that didn't knock us into the area below. I need to be paying attention to where the creepers are. Oh my goodness. Well, let's fix that. We'll probably put some grass out here because I like the grass a little better than like the Podsoil, but I like a mix of them, so that works just fine. And this poor tree. Oh, this poor tree. We're just not gonna think about it. But that's what it's looking like so far. We have a guest. He's just vibing. And then I think it's coming along better. It definitely needs windows. I'm growing stuff inside. I need to safetify this. I need to Oni-proof this. I gotta put some doors on too. That would also help. But I think it's coming along nicely. I'm gonna keep working on it. I'll show you guys it when I am done. Now I know this house is not perfect, but it's definitely coming together and I absolutely love it. I did get some more done. I now have doors because I've had too many creepers walk in here. One was in that boat earlier. It was quite terrifying. I am growing netherwort up there because it's not growing fast enough outside for some of the projects I've been doing. So it's up inside the house currently, but down here it looks much better. Less torches is phenomenal. I changed out the torches in here from the shroom lights, and then added some vines. Hopefully they'll grow in more and it'll make it look nicer. I wanted to put some of this crimson root down, but apparently you have to have the red crimson soil stuff, which I'm not going to bother with because I don't really like the color of it. But roof is done. It's not the prettiest thing ever, but it's not meant to be stared at, so we'll come in here eventually and add some like desks and some space. I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with that, but right now it's just a hall end. But all of these now have nice little coffins. You can sleep in them. They got some nice warmth next to them. In addition to, I did some lava lighting here for other stuff. I'm tempted to. Let's see what it looks like. If I take out the lanterns down here, I'm not sure if it's spawn proof. Professor seems to think it might not be. So we're going to put it in for now. And if we can test that out later, we will. But I think that looks pretty good. And that overall is what we're doing here. I think we're going to go head back over to the city and see what other work we can get done over there. And I'll show you guys that when we get there. There is nothing like being back on the home island. It is nice to be here, especially with the sun setting. I still need to finish that. I really got to finish that. But something about being back here is absolutely amazing. And it is nice to see the beacon and the other buildings just looming up over the mountaintops. It's good to be here. We need more boats. I'm going to need to make some more boats. It's a great place for that. It's not a great place for that. That is utter sarcasm. But let us quickly crash and land. Ow. I think that does quite well. And so a couple of things I want to work on immediately is I need to work in here. We have got to figure this thing out. But before I do anything with that, I got to figure out the shape it's going to take in here and how that's going to affect the interior. Because if I'm going to put a big old smokestack here, I got to put my furnace array in here. So we brought materials for that. But let's dump that stuff off really quick. because I need to look at this and I need to figure out what on earth I think I'm doing, because I got no clue. Either way, I think what we're going to do is just have the big stack work on an angle where it starts right about there. I don't know how well you guys can see my crosshair because it's just a dot, but it's going to start in there and then lean outward. And I think the overall block change in the outward direction is going to be about 10, maybe 7 leaning outside. So it's going to start underneath this ledge and move its way out, and we'll terraform the land back to it once it is in place. Now I got to figure out how big across it's going to be, because it's not going to be this whole gap. That's too big. But let me see what I can do in terms of that, and I will bring you guys back in just a moment. Okay, this is definitely not done by a long shot, but I do think that this definitely gives us the concept, the space, what we're looking at. It is a, I believe, 15 across circle, decently sized. It's definitely leaning. It's going to lean a little bit more towards the top, but I think it's good. I think that this base, natural stone, looks great. We're going to come back in and add some texturing with some of the polished deep slate later, but this definitely gives me a good grasp of where I'm looking at for the rest of this. So I think that's where we're going to stop on this specific part of this. And I'm going to get the floors put in here, and then I would like to really quickly set up some sort of actual storage system in here somehow. I think we're going to do a loose one up here on this upper floor first, and then we will be good to go in terms of being able to continue with next time's project. This episode in particular has been very delayed due to the fact of I just kind of ran into a wall of I wasn't motivated to build, and I didn't really want to put it out without much in it. So I will, in the process of trying to prevent that from happening again, be working on trying to have episodes that are a little bit more spread out in terms of what I'm doing. Not just building, but also some exploring, trying to beat a whole bunch of achievements, that kind of stuff. So that it's not just taking a massive toll on me doing building and building only. So we'll be on the hunt to try and get a whole bunch of achievements, because if you go and open up my achievements tab, we are missing a lot of these. So I haven't made a lodestone. I have yet to travel that far in the Nether, which I should do because I have a massive, and I mean massive, amount of world now that I can explore like that. I have yet to try and abduct a ghast, and I have definitely not tried the cocktail of crazy. But I haven't written a strider. I haven't done a whole bunch of stuff. I still haven't respawned the dragon. Haven't collected dragon's breath. So we're going to take some time. Did I never do that? Apparently I never did that. But we are going to spend some time trying to unlock and beat some of those achievements that I have yet to do, because that is something that I feel like I end up leaving out a lot of the time in my gameplay. You'll see this on my stream lately. I noticed that I was not doing that. And I feel bad because I know the people who designed the game put a lot of work into creating those goofy achievements, and I think it's a good way to help inspire me to do more work on the world and complete some other things in the process. So that's what we'll be doing in the foreseeable future, mixed in with some building in addition to redstone, because I have been missing doing some baseline redstone farming. I need to make a bamboo farm. I need to make a kelp farm. And I'm going to make them inside this mountain. So we're going to be working on that stuff for the foreseeable future, but I am going to keep working on that lovely smokestack in the process, in addition to adding a some sort of furnace array in there. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, just because it's a circle, and I've never actually built a furnace array inside of a circle. So we're going to see what I can do. I've definitely gotten better at redstone since the last time I attempted something like this. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to do my darndest to make sure it works, and I will see you guys next time. So remember, like, subscribe, do the things. Those things are very, very helpful. And don't forget to drink some water. It's good for your health, and I will see you guys later. Bye now.